This is the Troll Patrol. Live. With Justin. Freakin.
Welcome to the Troll Patrol. Live. It's a freaking Monday. I'm going to go ahead and tell you up front it's going to be a short one. I have company coming tonight. And I need to cook her some spaghetti. But we are going to talk about some news before that happens. Apparently there are people that are not in Kansas anymore after a tornado ripped through. That was a horrible joke on my part. Not only was it lame, it was just insensitive. Wildfires in New Mexico causing mass evacuations. We're going to tie all of that into the coming food shortage. Meat cakes. 1987. Ayo. Ayo. RB Coffee Creamer. Welcome. Good evening. Am I on the case? What case is that, Warlord? Oh, yes, we are going to talk about this story. How can I not talk about this? A manhunt is underway for an escaped murderer who was apparently let out by a jail official in Alabama. Oh, shit. We're going to read all about that here in a little bit. What else we got? Oh, there's a viral video of a woman using some slurs on a plane. Apparently she's also an Elon Musk fan. No surprise. My Pillow guy has been banned from Twitter again. Apparently he decided after Elon Musk took over he could start another account and get back on. It does not work like that, sir. They will not let me on either. I already tried. NYPD officer has been convicted in relation to his part in the January 6th insurrection. Trump wants LeBron James to come play for his team. Apparently Trump's got some women's basketball team because he wants LeBron to have a sex change operation and come play for his team. I'm not shitting you. That is what he said. I have audio of it. I have it on video. You're going to see it with your own eyes. I had to hear it. You have to hear it. A grand jury has been seated in Georgia in relation to Trump's interference with the election there. Hezbollah is warning Israel about any more provocations. I mentioned the attack on Syria a few days ago. We're gonna get into that. Odessa is on lockdown in preparation for what they expect to be an attack from Russia. And people had speculated about Putin's health. We found out today either a fill-in has been assigned or will be assigned. Whatever they call it when the president is undergoing surgery and emergency power is transferred in Russia. Putin will be undergoing surgery for cancer. So maybe the speculation was true. But first, today's meme. They found a picture of me. This has been widely shared on the internet today. It is a honest to God picture of me. My bong. Someone tells me that we have to hurry up and leave. Is what I look like. Run down to the grocery store real fast. Hold on. You take a bong rip here. I'm actually smoking out of my bowl right now. You know I'm not high enough for this shit. Same. Cake says same. Start off tonight.
This was one of the
with damage Out Kansas after tornadoes damaged more than 1,000 buildings. Jesus! I didn't know it was that severe.
Bedrooms. That was another bedroom. You see it on TV, but you think, until you're standing here in person thinking, this was my home. It's different. It's hard to...
It's different. It ain't there no more, ma'am. Tornado that damaged more than 1,000 buildings in south central Kansas generated winds of up to 165 miles per hour on Friday. It was an EF3 tornado, caused extensive damage, mostly in the Wichita suburb of Andover. Injured several people. Andover Fire Chief Chad Russell said that the storm destroyed at least 300 to 400 buildings as part of a total 1,000 buildings that were damaged. Yet I misspoke and said it was multiple tornadoes. It was just one. The tornado was on the ground for 21 minutes on Friday evening. Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, in New Mexico, wildfires continue to ravage parts of the state. These have been going on for a couple of weeks now. Mass evacuations. This is in Las Vegas, Nevada, the video that we're looking at now. We are seeing drought conditions in the southwest portion of the country. The flames are forcing more residents to flee as firefighters scramble to keep new wildfires from growing.
Not my whole life, but I lived here permanent for the last six years. I said we lost one place, and now if I lose this place, it's not going to be nothing.
I don't have an actual number of how many people have been displaced. Hold on. I believe this is live, a fire near Modesto Airport. As we continue to see drought conditions in the southwest, which is also expected to hamper food production this year. Ginger, welcome! The Ukraine food price crisis is just a preview of what could happen as climate change worsens. The azure sky and golden fields of wheat depicted in Ukraine's yellow and blue branded flag represent one of the world's most important bread baskets. Before the Russian invasion, the country was responsible for 12% of global wheat exports, 16% of global corn exports, and 46% of global sunflower oil production. But that flag, now a symbol of defiance, also represents a cautionary tale about the world's over-reliance on singular sources of vital foods, particularly when it comes to international humanitarian food aid. The 2-month-long conflict has derailed Ukraine's ability to plant, harvest, and export its major crops, driving higher costs and stoking fears of global food shortages. As the World Food Programme's executive director, David Beasley, warned the United Nations Security Council on March 29th, rising food prices would devastate the humanitarian organization's ability to feed some 125 million people on the brink of starvation because Ukraine had gone from the breadbasket of the world to bread lines, quote unquote. Hey, Elon, I remember you saying something about, if the UN gave you a proposal of how to spend $6 billion, I believe it was the 125 million people on the brink of starvation that they proposed spending that $6 billion on. Instead, you bought Twitter. Ripple effect of the Ukraine crisis on global grocery bills, however, is just a taste of what is to come as climate change disrupts the world's agricultural areas. As temperatures rise due to increasing greenhouse gas emissions, so too will the price of food. Humanitarian aid is likely to suffer first, with donors' funds losing their purchasing power when prices of basic commodities like wheat and oil increase. Simple solutions in the form of localized farming adaptations, experts say, can play a role in heading off the worst of the impact of looming global food shortages if they are implemented ahead of time, which, of course, Here in the United States, we are horrible at doing, and we will not do. The United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization recently estimated that the Ukraine crisis would push up to 12 million people into hunger worldwide, in part because of the FAO estimates. 1/3 of Ukraine's crops and agricultural land may not be harvested or cultivated this year, leading to a loss of 1/5 of the country's wheat supply. Future harvests are also in jeopardy because next season's crop is unlikely to be planted amidst wartime conditions. At the same time, economic sanctions on Russia, the world's largest producer of wheat, have further reduced global supplies. Meanwhile, Russia and its ally Belarus are leading producers of the fertilizers that farmers use around the world. Sanctions and conflict-linked shipping restrictions have limited their availability on global markets, and the resulting higher prices will force farmers to make difficult decisions, reduce their use and risk lower yields, or pay more and charge more if they can for their crops. Either way, essentials will likely get more expensive. Some governments may be able to subsidize fertilizers or wheat or both to carry their populations through, but others may not be able to, risking starvation. Holy shit. Speaking of the conflict in Ukraine, let's move to Putin's upcoming surgery. Or surgery that is taking place today. I'm not exactly sure. I just heard this news within the last few hours. Was Nikolai Patrushev, Russian reportedly in charge during Putin's cancer recovery. As rumors swirl about Russian President Vladimir Putin's supposed battle with cancer, a new report claims the strongman would temporarily hand power over to humanitarian security issues within Russia. Most of the council's power is vested in Patrushev, who is widely seen as a staunch Putin ally. Like Putin, Patrushev is a career Russian intelligence agent, first with the Soviet KGB. I cannot talk tonight. Then later with the Russian FSB, according to the English language newspaper Moscow Times. Likened Patrushev's role to that of an American national security advisor. So when I saw the story, I thought that it was more concrete and that he was actually handing over power and that he was indeed scheduled for surgery. But New York Post story makes it seem like not a sure thing that he is indeed going in for surgery, that it's just a rumor.